30th. Ladies and gentlemen, foodies from all over Southwest Florida, it is that time of year. We are getting ready for Restaurant Week. It is May 30th to June 12th, and over 65 of the best restaurants in Southwest Florida putting together 3-course menus that start at $26 and $36. If you've been following us, if you've been eating with us, you know that Restaurant Week also is benefiting a great cause. When you dine with Restaurant Week, you are dining with purpose, because Restaurant Week, $1 from every meal sold benefits the Sizzle Southwest Florida Food and Beverage Scholarship. My name is Rafael Feliciano with Sizzle Restaurant Week, and if you've been watching us since 2015, you've seen how far we've come. You've seen all the food we've been eating, and it is continuing on. We have Restaurant Week, May 30th through June 12th, 14 days. 14 days of the Super Bowl of food. It is restaurants from Marco Island to Cape Coral and everything tasty in between. Look for our radio commercials, because that's something that Guy says. And we're just tasting food. We're tasting these 3-course menus. Restaurant Week, the epitome of it. You have this opportunity to taste food at restaurants you may have never been to, you may have never been able to dine at, restaurants you've been thinking about going to. But what better time of the year to enjoy Restaurant Week other than right now? May 30th, June 12th, we're about 2 weeks away. And when you dine during Restaurant Week, $1 benefits the Sizzle Southwest Florida, Sizzle Southwest Florida Food and Beverage Scholarship. I'm coughing, so I'm gonna have some. I'm sure Guy's home rolling his eyes that I'm doing that, but it's benefiting the Food and Beverage Scholarship at FGCU. We know that hospitality and employment here in Southwest Florida is a really big issue, so Restaurant Week is our way of helping the cause. But right now, Carol, I love Carol. Carol, you're one of my favorites. Ristorante, Ciao. You've been part of Restaurant Week since the very beginning, since 2015. We're here in downtown Naples. For those that have never been here, tell us about the restaurant.
Well, Ciao has been here for 32 years. Gianfranco Loretti has been the chef and owner all 32 years. That's pretty amazing in its own way. I've been with him as his partner for 13 wonderful years. I've been lucky enough to be his sidekick.
13 years,
yes,
jeez.
Yeah, long time.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. It's been a fun ride, and we are ready now to show everything that we can possibly put forward to the people of Restaurant Week. We love Restaurant Week because it gives us an opportunity to meet and greet new people. It also gives us an opportunity to showcase and try new plates. Each one of the Restaurant Weeks that we have participated in, we try to get a feel for what the people like the most.
Yeah, of course.
And that dish, at least one dish out of each Restaurant Week has made it to our menu on a full-time basis.
That is an amazing referral recommendation. For those that didn't hear that, I'm going to say it again. If a lot of restaurants, they love taking advantage of this time, and this is great for the diners too, because restaurants are trying new items, and if you like them, they're putting them on their menu. Now, Ristorante, Ciao, you recently went some renovations.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, we did an entire facelift of the restaurant. We added a bar and bar seating. With that, some little bar bites on the menu. The restaurant itself is set up in such a way that it's more intimate with several smaller dining rooms. What had been 2 private dining rooms are now usable but more intimate rooms of tables. One room has just 2 tables, the other has 4 or 5. And then they can also be turned into private dining rooms as needed. But it's been just fun. All of the people who haven't been here now for several years, they come back, and sometimes they walk in and say, I am in the right place.
Well, the bar's new too, right?
Right,
the bar's
right.
new. I can tell you that from the first Restaurant Week in 2015 to where we're at now, the decorations are more eclectic. It's a little more fun. It's vibrant in here. You've brought some life to the place.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we are now going to talk about the food. In order to talk about the food, we have to talk about the chef.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
You're not gonna hug me too?
Oh,
Come
thank
on,
you.
man. Come on, man.
Thank you.
So, Chef Gianfranco, this restaurant's been here a very long time.
Yes.
Tell us about the food. Tell us about your expertise in the kitchen.
My expertise to be a chef is always try to new things because I get no bored, but I try to do things. Please myself with eyes and smell and everything else, plus I try to please the customer. Neighbor is very nice community. We are here for a long time. Every year we create some different dishes. I try to create some different dishes, but I see what people like it, what I like it. That's number one. Number two,
one's what you like.
what I like, of course. 'Cause if
And
you
that's
don't like,
honest, though.
If you don't like it, why I should put
That's
it?
that's really honest. And I think that's
Yeah.
really important
Yes.
for people to hear that if the chef doesn't like the food, why would you like
You're
it?
right. Most our food is very fresh. We order everything every day. It's coming. Our fish, meat every day we have it no freezer, so everything's come fresh. So we create a lot of different dishes. We try to stay what people most like it. Especially we just come new dishes all the time.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, let's dig into your 3-course menu.
Okay.
And for those that are tuning in, Restaurant Week is May 30th and June 12th. 14 days of 65 plus of the best restaurants in Southwest Florida. And when you dine during Restaurant Week, you are dining with purpose. $1 from every meal sold goes to the Sizzle Southwest Florida Food and Beverage Scholarship, benefiting local high school kids that are entering FGCU and enrolling into the Resort and Hospitality Management Program. So use the hashtag Dine with Purpose. Check out our website, sizzlerestaurantweek.com. Get a list of the menus, the pictures, anything that you need that's Restaurant Week related. And also, and I'm going to get Chris, who's holding the camera, to go into my shirt a little bit. We want to give a special shout out to Greg Norman Collection at Miramar Outlets. Dawn, I know if you're watching, and if you're not, you're definitely going to be eating during Restaurant Week. Thank you so much for your awesome sponsorship. So, I got to get things out, you know?
Okay, so let's start with the new creation. We just came out this one. I came out one morning. I get up in the morning. I said, oh, it's a beautiful tomatoes. Let me do something very special. And I cut the tomato the way usually it's very hard to do it. And the first I did it right. The second time it came apart. The third time it came out beautiful. It just say blooming. So what did I say? I say tomato blossom.
Tomato blossom. That's good.
And because I love everything flowers. For me, it's a beautiful presentation, nice flower, plus tastes excellent. Our tomato is a local tomatoes. It's burratas coming from Italy. We have a fresh arugula with extra virgin olive oil and a little dash of balsamic vinegar. And I think is one of the best creations so far.
And it's simple.
Very well. It sounds simple, but
it's okay. It's light.
Simple. Yes.
It's definitely light.
Yes.
It's perfect for the spring.
Absolutely.
So this is the spring Restaurant Week.
Absolutely.
And is that something you're gonna be keeping your menu all year round, or is it special for Restaurant Week?
I think it's gonna be special for Restaurant Week. I created that's only for so people they can come. Like Carol said before, some of dish if people like it, we will transfer to the regular menu.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we have this right here. What would be the next
The other
course?
one is one of my favorites. I grew up with prosciutto melon.
Ah, okay.
I grew up with the prosciutto melon. Because
Prosciutto melon.
And melon. Cantaloupe. Whatever you call it. Cantaloupe.
You're gonna
melon.
taste this with me, right, Carol?
Melon.
Sure.
Beautiful.
And our prosciutto is very dry. It's coming from Parma, Italy, so it's one of the best. And cantaloupe is coming from locally grown and unbelievable flavors.
Okay, so
And we have this in the menu. Is one of our popular dishes for appetizer. Yummy.
I should probably
delicious.
offer you some of your food too, right?
Usually, yes, I do, but I have espresso first.
That's delicious. I think
Okay.
the juiciness of the cantaloupe, the flavors of the meat. That's a really
And
interesting.
it's the saltiness of the prosciutto playing off of the sweetness of the cantaloupe that really make it.
That's a very,
Yeah.
very unbelievable combination.
And it's funny because if both those things were in my fridge, I would never put them together.
Yeah.
They're great.
Ever,
They're great
ever,
together.
ever.
But just the simplicity of it is what makes it nice.
And both dishes very simple but executed really well.
Yeah,
And that's
of course.
something you can
Well,
expect here at Ristorante Ciao.
We like to everything simple and taste the best.
Yeah,
That's all.
simple and taste the best. That needs to be the motto for Ristorante Ciao.
It used to be classic Naples, classic Italian. We could just change that to simple and the best tasting.
I like that better. If you're watching the video, put a comment, like the video, share the video, let us know. If you think that's the motto they should go with, let us know that too. Simple, but the best. Okay, chef, we got through some of the appetizers. Give me some of your entree courses.
Okay, one of the entree really used to be popular a long time ago. Ciao used to make our gnocchi pasta. Gnocchi pasta is made with potatoes. So it's really...
And this is classic. This is like authentic Italian.
Well, yes. Actually, it's not sure in Italy they make them this way, but this is what I do it. Pesto is very famous in Genova. Genova is a city in Italy where pesto comes from. It's
oh my God.
Yes. And the way you do is very simple to make. You can make it your house, but in the rest we make our fresh pesto. And we have a baby langostino, those are unbelievable.
Carol, do you want some?
I may have a bite.
We have cherry
Oh my
tomatoes, our pesto with a little pecorino romano. Our gnocchi is, like I said, potato dumpling, gluten-free.
Delicious.
And
Gluten-free potato dumpling.
Potato dumpling, and unbelievable, if you like it. Obviously,
No,
you
that's
have to like it.
absolutely delicious. We have Chris behind the camera. He's looking like he's going to take a bite of it very soon.
So you better save me some.
He says you better save him some. If you're just tuning in, we are kicking off Restaurant Week. We're doing our 3-course tastings at all of the great restaurants from Marco Island to Cape Coral, everything tasty in between. We are celebrating the kickoff. It starts May 30th to June 12th. Make sure you visit sizzlerestaurantweek.com. You're going to get a list of all the restaurants, all the menus, photos of food, and things that we're doing live every single day. We are at downtown Naples at Ristorante Ciao, one of the best Italian restaurants. Been here an extremely long time. Carol, one of my favorite people in the restaurant business. What is one of your favorite items on the menu this year?
On the Restaurant Week item menu, I love the pork tenderloin.
Tenderloin?
Yes, I love pork. I think it's one of those meats that's a little bit overlooked or underlooked. I mean, one or the other. I think the pork tenderloin is going to be one of the big sellers this year.
Pork tenderloin. That sounds delicious.
Yes,
What is it? What is it served with?
I'm going to turn that over to
Oh,
the
chef.
since he's the person in charge.
It's unbelievable dishes, like Carol say, just marinated with olive oil and just braised in the pan, and the sauce is done with the Madeira wine sauce, very light sweet, and it go well with pork tenderloin. And
Wine goes well with everything. Just
well,
want you to know that.
especially with the pork, especially Madeira go with the pork very well because obviously that's European dishes, and we serve that with our gorgeous, wonderful fingerling potatoes. We always have in the menu because people love it.
Yeah.
And there are vegetables today. It can be zucchini, cauliflower, broccoli. That's actually
Zucchini, cauliflower, broccoli.
Let's serve with the sauté, little olive oil, and that's it.
That's good.
That's it. That's a very simple but very like our food. Is
Simple
like,
but the best.
is the best.
That's right.
That's what it's
Simple
but the best.
but the best. Okay,
Simple
so
but the
chef, we cannot end this without going through a dessert. And
Okay.
if you notice, I'm eating less during these tastings because I'm gaining weight every
You
year.
have 64 more to go.
Because I have 64 restaurants, and yes, I'm eating every day, but I'm saving myself for desserts because I knew we were coming to Ciao, and I knew we had to try dessert. So please do us the honor and tell us what do we have here.
Actually, this is one of our favorite desserts. So we are usually eat ours. We love tiramisu. Obviously, the Bayonne Ciao is one of the best. But this is like my favorite. It's not the cake. It's the name. It's torta della nonna. I mean, grandmother cake. Because my grandmother is really.
How could you ever not like anything that's called grandmother cake?
Of course.
So basically, you changed the name to guilt people into having them feel very.
Absolutely. And we just love it because it's so simple and so lemony
Oh, it's
taste.
so good.
And
It's
unbelievable.
perfect after
Yes.
a big meal
Yes.
because it's light.
Or in my
It's
case,
refreshing.
Yeah.
or in my case, many meals, many meals.
So, like you say, we go through the menu. Even the dessert, like you say, is very light, tasty, and perfect. So
And simple.
It's simple. So we really like you come and enjoy it. See the best.
Yeah, see the best, simple but the
See
best.
the best.
Chef, thank you so much.
Wasn't my pleasure.
Carol,
And,
I'm gonna let you invite everyone to Ciao. Invite them here to Restaurant Week, and just send us off.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Raphael, for coming today so that you could showcase some of our items. But you've only seen 4. There's many, many more. Please come and spend one evening or 2 or 3 at Ciao and try the items on Restaurant Week. We love being part of it. We love having you here. Thank you for coming. I look forward to seeing new faces and new people. Thank you. Ciao.
She is fantastic. Ciao. Have a good one, guys.